My name is Youtil. I'm a China director for the R20 Regions of Climate Action. So we're working with regional leaders like governors around the world to understand the demands for the green development. I have worked with a lot of great professionals, policy makers, and leaders around the world in technology, in finance, in innovations. And I think we need to empower people in different sectors to work together.
By going with green buildings, you're saving the environment, you're doing something good, you're not contaminating the soil, you're not contaminating the air, you're kind of giving back to the planet as it deserves.
The way that we used to produce energy with fossil fuels and what have you is one, inefficient, two, it's polluted, three, it's just the wrong way of doing things. Is where now people are saying, how can I do things better and get more for less?
The LED lighting business right now is in the very beginning stages of some very dynamic growth.
More light with less energy.
Lighting is one of the lowest hanging fruits when it comes to energy efficiency.
There's a lot of independent third-party documentation that'll show that by upgrading lighting alone, you can increase the net present value of your property because you can lower your operating expense as a landlord.
I've always wanted to have LED lights, but I didn't know how to go about it. Lighting is very important for us because it helps us analyze damage. I've been able to see the true color of cars inside a building than not having to go outside and depend on the sun. The lighting didn't cost as much. We only paid for labor, and Edison had a rebate for the actual lights.
So here at West Coast Customs, we took out outdated lighting fixtures, 350 watt metal halides, and replaced them with 150 watt LED high bays, which gave him a huge amount of light, as you can see behind me. I'm saving him 2/3 of his electric bill in lighting alone, and they can actually see what they're working with.
The building owner that doesn't engage in energy efficiency measures essentially is going to be at a disadvantage long term against his competitors because he's going to have a higher cost of operation.
There's a huge lack of trust and understanding between business owners, lighting consultants, and even lighting consultants in factories.
And a lot of that is based on sometimes previous experiences they had and engaging in energy efficiency measures. Sometimes they didn't fully realize the energy savings they were promised.
In the beginning, it's a rocky road because everybody's skeptical. Can I trust this guy? Can he do a good job for me? Am I really going to give him all my money?
They've dealt with people that have sold them crappy product, not delivered on time, and that slow boat from wherever has never arrived.
In a world where we have mandates coming down of you must do this and you can no longer buy that and you got to save this, we are being forced to prove what our statements are.
Big part of that decision making is in that trust and feeling that what they're buying is what they're paying for.
You need to find out pricing of parts to estimate your labor, and you will need to do all of that and put it into a proposal form sheet or booklet. You can see how exhaustive and how long the process of creating a proposal could be, especially for smaller contractors or energy efficiency consultants.
I think the Youtil app will eliminate a lot of frustration for our particular company and other contractors in the same industry.
We're constantly being challenged with prove what you're stating. Prove it's going to save what it's supposed to save. Prove it's going to be bright enough. Prove my cows are going to produce more milk.
So in collecting a rebate, that is a nightmare in itself.
You don't understand the struggles we deal with in the office.
What rebates are available, when they expire, the deadlines, the paperwork that needs to be done.
So not all rebates are the same in every county, every city, and they constantly fluctuate what they're going to allocate for those rebates as well. They're like, oh, we ran out of money. We no longer offer that. There's times where we've had to put that pressure cell and say, look, if you don't sign with us, you're not going to get the rebates.
You're trying to be sold by another person. People don't like being sold.
So we find ourselves educating a bunch.
Youtil gives the end user the opportunity to go in and do his research, do his lighting count, do his rebate calculations, do his costs, do his return on investment all on one site.
When obtaining a rebate for our customers, it's important to know what programs are out there and available to them. So if we have an app to do this, it's a godsend.
This will literally open up the doors for smaller consultants and contractors to be able to do business.
The Youtil app will raise the standards in a way that lighting hasn't seen yet.
Having the app, I fill out all information right there on the spot. I can show my customer the price, their savings, everything in one place. Not only am I showing my customer, I'm also sending the information to my lighting manufacturer, who will tell me that they have their lights right away, and which helps me, helps the customer as far as length of time it's going to take. I can tell them right there.
The Youtil app has the potential to join and connect the decision-making authority and the trust to the manufacturer, the architect, the building owner, and the facilities director.
Youtil has a database of different manufacturers and different spec sheets and different pricing. It's at the click of a button, where before you had to have somebody assigned to be able to research on this.
The more data that you can give them, the more that you can have answers to questions, the more you can point them to specifics, point them to testimonials, the stronger that relationship will be, and the more trials and tribulations over time that you guys will be able to withstand through, because you've got that relationship to show them based upon the data.
Yeah, so we're in a period of disruption with essentially what is a 100-year-old business. And rather than getting information online or trying to get it from various sources, the Youtil app will aggregate all that information in one place.
An app that serves manufacturers, designers and engineers, facilities directors and consumers will help facilitate trust and facilitate decision-making.
Youtil will provide this platform to send the message among different people, different parties, and different stakeholders.